It is your right if you call yourself a believer who believes in God. It is your right to help these people. You counsel them, draw closer to them, be their friends, talk to them, and help them out. There is something good you can do to help those people. There is something good like counseling, praying for them, and helping them to understand the feelings that he are in. It's wrong. With this, also with the research I have made here in Africa, and even my country Ghana, almost 75% of the homosexuals here we see here in Ghana and at the rest of the African countries, most of them are not just homosexual. It's just problems, poverty, and some of the young ones, because of the poverty, they always try to sometimes seek for help from people, and the kind of help they want to seek from people, sometimes they hit the wrong direction, and the wrong direction where they hit mostly are online, trying to be fraudsters, trying to please people, and most of those people that they try to please and just collecting their money are mostly homosexual. And because they love giving, and because they are always trying to get a lot of people for them to be closer to them, for them to be also part with them, they will influence them and they will keep on supporting them. Some of them even want to adopt some of them, and because the poor young man think that the person that is going to adopt him or her is going to take him or her to an overseas country, or the person saying that I'm going to take care of you, I'm going to sponsor you, I'll always pay your bills, and I'll give you money to be fed with. Those people love to always be with those people that they are helping them. And when they are homosexuals, those people also try all they can to be part of it, just to please them, so that they will not stop helping them. So poverty also causes this kind of homosexuality here in Africa, and almost 75% of the people I have seen here is because of poverty. And because of the poverty, those that are helping them, they are sleeping with them. And now, as they keep on collecting their money, their support and everything, the thing have turned to be their habit, and they can't also stop it, which is also part of the spiritual influence, because they are collecting the money from those people. They collected the money, and now the thing have dwells in them. They have loved to do it, and they enjoy doing it, and have been part of them. And those people are also calling themselves homosexuals, which is not true. It was the support. It was because of poverty. It was because somebody was helping them who was homosexual, and that person have found some kind of beauty or handsome in that person, and want to be his partner or her partner. So he's just sponsoring, and through that kind of sponsorship turns many people also here in Africa for them to be homosexuals. The same way even in the overseas, those that are rich, that also supported people, try to help them, also turns many people for them to be homosexual. It's a way of the devil, how he wants to deceive people, and always in the devil's compound, he wants many people so that he can deceive them, so that they can be part of them. But the solution is simple. You need to pray for those people. You need to counsel them. You need to show love to them and help them to be out from what the devil is using to deceive them. I like them. I love them. I spend a lot of time talking to many of them here in Africa. I don't condemn them. I know some of them is not their will. They are doing it just because Satan have tuned their mind to the level that even their mind have been dethreaded. So it takes time to get those people back, for them to realize what they are practicing is something wrong. But we don't need to fight them. We need to counsel them. We need to understand their problems. You need to go and sit down with them, talk to them, understand their feelings, understand whatever causes that. Understand, ask them their previous feelings, how and when they became to be part of that homosexuality. Go to their family if you want to know its truth. Go to their family. Ask them when they were pregnant, things that they passed through. Either his husband or her husband abusing her, or some kind of things that bothers her a lot. Being financial difficulties also causes those kind of things. You can help them, talk to them, and get them out from it. There is solutions to it. God created each and every one for us all to be his children. That's why Jesus Christ shows a lot of love to even the prostitute. And before you can even convert the prostitute, you can change somebody's life. You don't need to fight that person. You need to draw closer to the person. You need to tell the person or teach the person or help the person the best you can. But it's not your will, it's not your power to help that person. It's always the power of God. Sometimes even to help others to be in a situation like that, so that when they comes out, they will have a testimony for God. So that they will have a testimony. So Africa, and wherever you be listening to this video, I'm not just to fight with anybody. It's what I have researched and found out. If you are and you believe it's not truth, no problem. It's a way the devil wants to deceive people with. Remember in the Bible, even Sodom and Gomorrah, when there were a lot of problems, when there were a lot of sin, when there were a lot of things that people were doing against God, this was one of the parts of the things that they did. It was one of the parts of the things that they did, because there were a lot of bad things in the Sodom. If you read the Bible, it tells you before God even destroyed the place in Genesis. So this thing, maybe you don't want to still accept that it's an evil possessed disease that have tried to grow like something, and people, leaders in other world, because of the financial influence that the devil have given to many people, just to influence people for them to love it. Even leaders have joined the club of fighting for the right of homosexuality. The devil uses also everybody. The devil can use anybody to deceive you. The devil can use any superpowering country to deceive you. The devil can use anybody to deceive you. That's why even the overseas were calling Ghana to, and some of the African countries, to accept the rights of homosexuality. Yes, no problem. But we are not going to fight with anybody, either accept or not. Everybody have his rights. Everybody have his rights. But in Ghana, I'm just calling all believers to pray for whoever you knew that is homosexual, so that we will use prayer as our war, Lord. This is a spiritual warfare. You use prayer to cancel them from Africa. You use prayer just to help whoever that is part, whoever that have been affected with this kind of homosexuality disease that the devil wants to deceive them with. You use prayer and counseling to get them out. We thank you. Amen.